Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Yay! Are you enjoying National Book Festival 2019 so far? Awesome. That's what I like to hear. My name is Sasha Dowdy. I work in the Library of Congress Young Reader Center. The Young Reader Center is a really special place for kids and families and teens who are under 16 where you can come read books and learn about the wonderful treasures and collections in the Library of Congress. We also hold field trips and even invite schools to author programs at the library, so check in often to see what we have available. Today, it is my honor, and I'm so excited to introduce two brilliant authors today. The first one is Mack Barnett. He is the New York Times best-selling author of stories for children. His books have been translated into more than 30 languages, and he's sold more than 2 million books worldwide. That's amazing. He's won a ton of awards, including the Caldecott Honor and the Boston Globe Horn Book Award and the W.E.B. White Read Aloud Award. His books are popular with kids of all ages, so he knows what you guys like. Some of his famous books, you might already be fans, are Leo, A Ghost Story, Sam and Dave Dig a Hole, the Terrible 2 series, and the Brixton Brothers mystery. So there's a lot of favorites out there. He is here to talk about a book called Hijack with his friend Greg Pizzoli. Greg Pizzoli is our second author I'm introducing today. He is an author and illustrator and a screen printer, and he is from Philadelphia. He won the Theodore Seuss Geisel Award for his first picture book, The Watermelon Seed, as well as The Good Night Owl. He's also famous for the Book Hog. It's about a pig who likes hogging books. And the nonfiction book, Tricky Vic, The Impossible True Story of the Man Who Sold the Eiffel Tower. He's illustrated Margaret Wise Brown's book, Two Little Trains, and this book will be on sale in March 2020, so look out for that one. Greg's work has been featured in many important publications and has won 2 Portfolio Honor Awards from the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators. So we have a complete and full set of talents here on the stage for you guys. One of the authors, and you can take a guess, you're about to hear from, he said, "It can be odd to imagine the lives of the people who write the books that you read, like running into your teacher at the supermarket." Well, we don't have to imagine, and it is going to be that awkward. Here they are, Mack Barnett and Greg Pizzoli.
All right, thank you, everybody. Thank you. That was amazing. All right, let's do it. Let's get awkward. My name is Mack Barnett. This is Greg Pizzoli. You can't hear him right now because he's getting microphoned, but he'd probably say, if he were allowed to talk, "Hi, my name's Greg. I'm an author and illustrator." What does an illustrator do? Does anybody know? Yeah. They draw pictures for books. That's exactly right.
That's right, and my microphone's on.
And I'm just an author. I'm not very good at drawing. What does an author do? What is my job? What do I do all day? Who can tell me, please? Yes, right there in sort of like a blue shirt on a beanbag. I write books. It's true. It's true. Now, sometimes I write books and I don't work with Greg, like these books right here, Mack B. Kid Spy. Yes, you can applaud for that. Why not? That's everybody. If you didn't applaud for that, what is wrong with you? No, please, please, please. Please, more applause, please. Please. Greg, you have made some books without me.
Yeah, I've made, my most recent book is The Book Hog, about a very nice little pig who loves to collect books. Anybody here collect books? But this book hog has a secret. He doesn't know how to read. I just spoiled the secret, I guess. But I won't tell you the ending.
I have a guess. But Greg and I, we have made 2 books together about a rabbit named Jack. The first one is called Hijack. And the second one is called Jack Blasts Off. There are these 2 books right here.
Jack.
And this is very exciting because this is the world premiere of these books. Nobody in the world has heard these books before. You are going to be the first. This is the first time we have read them. Will you be our world premiere audience? This is kind of a big deal. This is kind of a big deal. The first time you read a book out in the world, it's a special day. It is called, in the publishing business, this book's book birthday. And I know what you're thinking. I didn't buy your books a birthday present. I didn't mail your books a birthday card. I never even sang happy birthday to your books. I know. And honestly, our books know too. And this situation we're all in right now, it's awkward. It's awkward.
It's awkward,
yeah.
yeah.
But we can fix this. Now, I don't know if you've ever sung happy birthday to a book before, but you can't just say happy birthday, dear book. No, that's rude. That's like if it was your birthday and I was like, happy birthday, dear kid. That's disrespectful, and I apologize for doing it even as an example. You have to say the book's full title, Happy Birthday, Hi Jack. And
Jack Blasts Off.
Written by Mack Barnett and illustrated by Greg Pizzoli.
Published by Viking Children's Books.
A subsidiary of Penguin Books International.
Penguin Random House.
The merger, that's right, yeah. Penguin Random House International. Copyright 2019. So I know that was kind of a lot. We're gonna practice just once through. So listen closely, and you're gonna repeat after me. I'm gonna count to 3, but I'll say it one more time so it's in your head, because you don't want to start singing and then not know the words of the song. That's weird. So, Happy Birthday, Dear Hi Jack and Jack Blasts Off, written by Mack Barnett and illustrated by Greg Pizzoli, published by Viking, a subsidiary of Penguin Random House International. Copyright 2019. 1, 2, 3. Say that back. Perfect. I think we got it. Yeah, perfect. That was perfect. That was amazing. First time. Would everybody please take this note for me? Greg, is there any note you would like them to take? Cool. I don't think either of those notes were happy birthday, but that was really fun. That was really fun. And now that our voices are warmed up, it is time to sing happy birthday to 2 books. 1, 2, 3.
Join along, 1, 2.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hi Jack and Jack Blasts Off, written by Mack Barnett and illustrated by Greg Pizzoli, published by Viking, a subsidiary of Penguin Random House International.
Copyright 2019.
Happy birthday to you.
Hey!
Oh, that was beautiful. All right, I'm feeling good. You feeling good?
Happy birthday. Yeah, that feels good.
The books
feels
feel
better.
good. Let's do it.
Yeah, a little less awkward.
All right. Book 1. Hi, Jack.
Can we turn pages?
Yeah, sure. Just so you know, this is the dedications. Greg and I both dedicated this book to our dogs. And they never even said thank you.
Yeah. We both love each other's dogs.
Hi, Jack, by us. Chapter 1, Jack. This is Jack. Hi, Jack. Everybody say, hi, Jack.
Hi, Jack.
Look, Jack waves hi back. Jack lives in a treehouse. He loves to eat snacks. How's that snack, Jack?
What snack is he eating?
Oh.
Pizza.
Look, Jack comes down from his tree to make a friend.
Aw.
Bad, Jack. Jack, give that back. Jack, give her bag back. Give it back now, Jack.
What's Jack doing in the tree? What's he putting on his lips? Lipstick.
Good, Jack. The lady gives Jack a pat. That's a good Jack. Chapter 2, Rex. Oh, sorry. This is Rex. Hi, Rex. Everybody say, hi, Rex.
Hi, Rex.
Rex lives on a farm. Rex has white fur. He likes to lick his fur. That's a big lick, Rex. A big, wet lick, Rex. Rex has a black tail. He likes to wag his tail. Wag, Rex. That's good, Rex. Rex has red lips. Rex, why are your lips red? Your lips are bright red. Who did that to your lips? Jack. Bad, Jack.
Oh, no.
Jack, give it back. Good, Jack. Back to Rex. Look, Rex digs up a bone. Dig, Rex. Jack, not the pink. Stop that right now. Stop, Jack. Stop it. Give the pink back too, Jack. Okay, Jack. Chapter 3. The Lady. This is the lady. Hi, lady. Everybody say hi, lady.
Hi, lady.
The lady lives in a big house on a hill. Wow, her house is nice. Here are her white walls. Here is her nice art. Here is Jack. Jack. Jack, why are you here? Show us your hands. Okay, Jack. Jack! Jack!
Oh, no.
Bad Jack. Jack, you are bad. You are a bad Jack. A bad, bad Jack. Everybody say bad Jack.
Bad Jack.
Oh, Jack. Jack, don't do that.
Oh.
Please cheer up, Jack. Look, here is a gift. What is it, Jack? A snack. Jack loves snacks. Jack, she gave you a snack. What will you give back? A kiss. The lady bends down to get a kiss from Jack.
That's nice.
Ick! Oh, Jack. And that is the end of that story.
Read Jack Klassen? Sure.
All right, now there are 2 books about Jack. This is the second one. It is called Jack Blasts Off. Greg, give it a read.
I do this thing? Yeah. All right.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. All right, Jack Blasts Off. Written by who? Mack Barnett. By us, right. Illustrated by Greg Pizzoli, or when we read it, we say, by us. Chapter 1. Bad Jack. The lady is mad at Jack. Why is she mad at Jack? Because he ripped the pages out of a book? The lady is mad at Rex. Why is she mad at Rex? Because he chewed up the book. It says How to Train Dogs, and he chewed it all up. Jack, she says, we have to blast you to space. You too, Rex. 3, 2, 1. Let's all say blast off. Blast off! Bye, Jack. Bye, Rex. Jack waves bye to Earth. When will Jack be back? He will not be back. The lady gave them gas for a one-way trip. Jack and Rex blast past the sun. The lady smiles and lies down for a nap. Well, I guess that's that. Chapter 2, Zip. This is Zip. Zip lands on a far-off moon. Zip has 4 arms. Zip has 3 eyes. Zip has a ship. Hey, Zip, nice ship. That's a pretty nice ship. Crash! Jack! What happened to Jack's ship? He crashed right into Zip. Oh, Jack, this is bad. This is a real mess. Jack plants a flag. That means that this spot is his. No fair, Jack. Zip was here first. Jack takes down Zip's flag and feeds it to Rex. Jack, give Zip that flag back. That's good, Jack. Look, Jack and Zip are friends. And Rex, too. Do you think Zip is friends with Jack? No, I'm not sure he is. Chapter 3, Space Snacks. Zip fixes the ship. Jack eats some snacks. Jack, do you know what would be nice? It would be nice if you shared your snacks. Jack, share the snacks. Jack, don't lick all the snacks. Jack, that is very bad. No one wants to eat stuff that you licked. Keep the snacks, Jack. Okay, Zip fixes the ship, Jack eats the snacks, and Rex eats a tool that Zip really needs. Oh no. Look, Zip is bright red. Oh, I think that is bad. He's turning bright red. Zip says, creep peep. That's alien language. It means, go live over there. Over there where it's dark. Bye, Jack. You too, Rex. Chapter 4, The Dark Side of the Moon.
It's a good title. I came up with that.
This part of the moon is dark. It is dark and cold. Oh, Jack. Sad Jack. Jack, at least you can plant your flag here. At least you can plant your flag here. Hey, Jack, the dark side of the moon is not so bad. Look, there's a big cave. Look, there's a big rock. Look, there's a big flag. Say, Jack, what's on that flag? It's some big thing. The thing has a green eye. The thing has big claws. The thing has sharp teeth. Rex, why do you bark? It's the big thing from the flag. Run, Jack, run. Oh, Jack, run fast. Fast, Jack, go fast. Back to the ship. Look, there's Zip. Zip in the ship. Zip, let them in. But Zip blasts off. Zip waves bye to Jack. He waves again, and again, and again. Here comes the big thing. Oh, Jack. Oh, Rex. Look, Zip came back. Yay, Zip saves Jack, and he saved Rex. Now they can blast through space like 3 best friends. Where will they go next? Chapter 5, and now back on Earth. The lady loves her new life on Earth. She's reading a book and it's called Living Alone. She makes art. She makes cakes. The art is great. The cakes, they're okay. She paints and bakes and takes big naps. At night, she sleeps. What is that light? Her house fills with light. She wakes up, it's so bright. 3 dark shapes walk in the light. What do you think those dark shapes are? Anybody guess what those dark shapes are? What are they? You think it's Jack and Zip and Rex? I don't know, let's see. It's Zip, and it's Jack and Rex. The lady says, hi, Jack. Zip says, beep deep. That means, take him back. The lady says, no. That means, I will not take him back. Zip says, zoom beep deep. That means you must take him back. Zip says, zoom beep deep kaboom. That means take him back or I'll zap the whole earth. The lady says, fine. Jack, you're back. Now, Jack, what did you learn in space? Bad Jack. He's eating all those okay cakes. And Rex. The end.
All right, thank you so much. So we have a little drawing we want to do, but before that, we want to see if there are any questions for us about Jack, or being an author, or an illustrator, anything you want to know, we will do our best to answer. Yes. Are we going to have a third Jack book? Yeah, we are going to have a third and a fourth. They come out next year, early next year. Oh, we don't have pictures of them, but they are called Jack Goes West and Jack at Bat. So we can all look forward to that. Yes. Oh, good question. In reference to the Terrible 2 series, did I ever pull pranks as a child? I wrote a series called The Terrible 2 about pranksters. And when I was a kid, I loved pranks, but I was really afraid to pull pranks because I didn't ever want to get in trouble at school. So most of the pranks I played were on my mom. Well, the thing is, I grew up, it was just me and my mom. And if you prank your mom, she knows she got pranked by the only person in the house that's not her. So it was really rough. And I think it inspired me to be very secretive about all of my pranking. Yeah. Yes, back there in there. It looks like a tie-dye shirt. Oh. How did we come up with Jack? Well, Jack is based a little bit on some kids that I've met in my life. But he's also based a lot on the way that my dog is. My dog, he's got a good heart. Greg knows my dog.
Yeah. He's a good guy.
He can also be bad. Yeah, and Rex, Greg, you wanna?
Rex is kind of based on my dog, who is a loyal sweetheart till the end.
Yeah.
And that's the role that Rex plays for Jack. He's along for the ride no matter what.
Yes. Oh, in the Terrible 2, how do we create the prankster's oath? That was really fun to write. I just looked at lots of oaths, like the Boy Scout oath, and lots of just old oaths from all of history. And I looked at what they did and what they talked about, and then tried to make one that was just about pranking. Yeah. Yes. Are we gonna?
Say that again? Great question.
What a wonderful question. Are we gonna sell the Jack books?
Yeah.
Thank you for asking.
It's almost like you know someone that works here.
Yeah, absolutely. Directly behind you, there's a big sign that says book sales, where our books are available for a great price. I don't know what it is, but it's great. It's great.
$9.99 or less.
Yeah. Yes. When did you write your first book, Greg?
I wrote my first book when I was 3 years old. Yeah, I was only 3. I didn't know how to write yet. I didn't know how to do any of the letters yet. But I would tell the story to my dad, and he would write it down for me, and I would draw the pictures for it. It's kind of like what Mack and I do now.
Yeah, right there. Wearing a sparkly green necklace. Or chains? I don't know. Garland? So a character in The Terrible 2 named Stuart. Would there ever be a spin-off series about Stuart? That sounds like a great idea. That sounds like a great idea. The fourth book, I got to write a scene that was just like what Stuart does at home, and that was maybe the most fun thing to write in that book. Yeah. Maybe.
How about right here?
Oh, yeah.
Green shirt.
How did I come up with the idea for the Brixton Brothers? That's a detective series I wrote about a kid who loves to read detective series and then has to become an actual detective. And when I was a kid, I loved reading books like The Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew, Encyclopedia Brown. So I wanted to see what would happen if a kid tried to follow all of the advice in those books and try to solve crimes. And the answer is that he embarrasses himself and injures himself. Yeah.
I think one last question.
Right there. Are we going to be signing the Jack books?
We're signing the Jack books at 1:30. Somewhere in this giant room. Yeah, somewhere
Just
around
right,
here.
yeah, around here. Signing line 15.
Signing line 15.
Lucky
at
number
1:30.
15. 1:30. We'll see you there.
But,
Greg, you want to do a little drawing?
Yeah, we're going to do a little bit of drawing. I'm going to show you guys how to draw a Jack. The cool thing about the Jack books, one of many cool things, is that at the back of the book, it shows you how to draw all of the characters yourself so you can make up your own Jack stories and make your own Jack books. And I'm going to show you how to draw Jack, all right? Now, the trick to drawing anything is that you need to know how to draw 5 shapes. And I bet you guys can all already draw those 5 shapes. So let's see. I guess we'll have like a little bit of a test here. Raise your hand if you can draw a circle. Who can draw a circle? Everybody can draw a circle? Matt can't draw a circle. I know that. But almost everybody can draw a circle. Okay. What about a straight line? Who can draw a straight line? All right, almost everybody. How about a triangle? This is 3 times harder than a straight line. 1, 2, triangle. Everybody draw that? Okay, just 2 more shapes. The letter U. Okay, now this is the tricky one. This is really, really hard, so just give me a second here. This is the last shape. It's tough. So,
Oh, wow. Wow.
the letter J. Who here can draw the letter J? You can all draw those 5 shapes? Okay, if you can draw those 5 shapes, you can draw just about anything in the world, including Jack. So let's start with his head, which is an oval, which is kind of like a circle, right? We can draw like a big oval like that. And then we need a straight line for his hat, just like that. And then what else do? We do another little straight line and make his hat like that. And then what letter does Jack have on his hat? The letter J. How convenient. That's one of our 5 shapes. And then we put a circle around that. Oh, I skipped ahead. All right. And his ears are just kind of like big floppy rabbit ears. They're like big letter U's. Just like that. Like that. And then he's got some circle eyes. And then what is the circle in? Nope, not yet. I'm skipping ahead again. All right, and then we need a triangle. But this is a little tricky because you need to draw a triangle upside down. An upside down triangle, just like that. It kind of looks like an owl with rabbit ears right now. Well, we'll fix that. And then we need the letter J. And then one more letter J backwards for a smile. All right. And then what are the little dots inside a cartoon rabbit's eyes called? What are those little dots called? Pupil. That's right. We can draw some pupils. Just like that. And then to make him really look like Jack, we should probably make him making some trouble of some kind. All right, so using those 5 shapes, you guys can draw just about anything, but you can draw Jack. And at the back of each book, I show you how to break down all the characters. And then you can see that little pencil drawing. You can't see that anymore. But in the back of the book, Mack draws all the characters to show you how well he can do it, too.
That's right. Even I can draw these characters when Greg shows how. Oh, yeah, there it is.
There he is. There's Mack's character right there.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, cool. Well, we have 5 minutes, huh? Is that right? All right, we'll take one more question against all the rules. We're going long. Yes, right there in the white shirt with some animal wearing a beret on it. Oh! How did I come up with the kids' spy books? Those books are interesting because they're my memoirs, or as some people say, memoirs. People like me, and probably like you. Could we all say memoir together? 1, 2, 3.
Memoir.
Ooh la la. So a memoir is full of memories. So the kids' spy books are full of the people I knew, the places I went, the things that I did, especially all of the spy missions that I completed for the Queen of England. So it happened a long time ago, all the way back in the 1900s, the 1980s to be exact. And because it happened so long ago, I can finally talk about these top secret things I did when I was a kid. Yeah. We'll do one more. Who has like a 2-minute question? You look like you have a 2-minute question. Oh, to write Chloe and the Lion. That's a book that's about a fight that an author and an illustrator have when they're making a book. It just gets awful. The author is terrible, yells at the illustrator, just really says awful things, is difficult to work with, has temper tantrums, just cries all the time.
That's what you call a memoir. Yeah.
Thank you very much, everybody. It was really fun hanging out, reading the Jack books. Thanks for being the first to hear them. We love being at this festival. Thank you for having us.